Huh. So I guess we're back to this format again. Okay, let's do this. Now, I guess Power Rangers, I don't really know what's going on in terms of the franchise with the shows. I stopped watching Power Rangers back during the Neo Saban era, I think, with Power Rangers Samurai and whatever Dino Fury, whatever they had after Saban bought it back from Disney. I didn't watch because it didn't have that same feel. It didn't have that same nostalgia feel to it, and I just couldn't really get into it. And aside from the fact that you went from about 40 to 50 episodes in the original Disney and Saban era to about what, 8, 10? Yeah, man, I don't have time for that. So it's been leaked that Hasbro, which I'm not an overt fan of Hasbro, their toys are just lame. And if you follow me on social media, if you watch any of my other videos regarding Power Rangers, I'm not a fan of their toys. I'm not a fan of what they're doing with the Power Rangers. I'm just not overly fond of the direction Hasbro is taking. And I did get their Lightning Collection White Ranger helmet. They said one size fit all. It does not fit all. But I am curious about their Lord Draken helmet that they just announced this week. I may or may not get that. Or I might just get it and do a 3D print of an actual Lord Draken helmet to make it fit my head and then do a comparison on my work versus Hasbro's. If you guys want to see that, let me know, because I'd do it. I already bought the file. It's mine. I have it. I can put it on my wall. Probably ends up being better than whatever Hasbro's pulling out. But anyways, let's get back to the main struggle at hand. There have been leaks about the 2023 Power Rangers universe, quote unquote, that is being developed to be put on Netflix by a guy I haven't even heard of. Now, so many people have come out in protest of what they expect to see, what some of the rumors suggest, like the Red Ranger being a female and also LGBTQ, the team only consisting of 3 Rangers with pink and black coming in later on, something about them time traveling back to the 90s. This is all just one big clusterfuck of no one knows what's going on, which is fine with me because a lot of the stuff that I've heard so far, I'm not really a fan of. Now, Power Rangers 2017, in my opinion, was okay. It could have been better, and I did my whole review on it, so if you have not gone to go check it out right here. Link is in the description. Power Rangers 2017 was okay. It could have been better, but for what it was and from what Saban was trying to build with the initial movie, because I think it was like a 5-movie deal or something like that, I was okay with it. But then the plans for the sequel got scrapped and we're left with whatever 2017 was. So, meh. A lot of fans didn't really like it. Even Walter Jones and Johnny Young Bosch came out and said this isn't what Power Rangers was. This isn't what it's supposed to be. So that kind of spiraled into a whole mess of the actors, mostly the original actors, coming out and saying like, you know, Hasbro, you have this massive property here. You have a lot of fans, both new and old, who want to see Power Rangers for what it was back in the 90s. And if you don't really maintain that kind of nostalgia factor for the people, then you're going to lose out. And I think Hasbro, I'm not really sure what they're doing, but you know, Disney did it with Star Wars. They ruined that. They're on the verge of doing it with Marvel. So I really don't know what Hasbro actually have in store now. But I came across a channel called Ping Pong Flix, and he's actually going over a lot of the details that have been gone leaking into the old Power Ranger community. And a lot of it is, like I said before, not the greatest. But then he also mentioned that David Yost, the original Billy Cranston from the 90s film, is working on a reunion series. And this is what he had to say.
I mean, for those of you who don't know, I have been working on a reunion series myself. It's called Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, The Quantum Continuum. And it's an 8-episode limited series. And each episode is about 40 to 45 minutes. And it would bring back the original cast, including Trini and Bulk and Skull. It's a little bit darker. I say it's Riverdale meets Star Trek meets Power Rangers. Nice. So it's sort of those 3 genres kind of all combined. Nice. And, you know, we have a new villain that is infiltrating Earth, and it's up to the original team, I mean, really the only team, to save planet Earth. And how we come back together. You see where we've been in our lives, who we've been married to, who we're divorced from, who we've had kids with, how many kids we have, all that good stuff. So it has all of it. It's got drama, obviously comedy because it's Power Rangers. So, you can only take it so serious for so long. But, I tried to make it a little bit elevated to reach the demographic of 18 to 40-year-olds.
So just based off of that, I'm completely stoked. Like, you have a guy who was the original Blue Ranger working on a reunion series that is pretty much, from what it sounds like, could be an extreme hit, right? So I don't know why Hasbro is hiring some unknown writer who probably hasn't really watched Power Rangers before over David Yost, who is literally on the inside of the original team, who knows how to write this story, who knows what the fans want. I don't know why Hasbro is overlooking that, to be honest. I don't get it. Even Jason David Frank, the original Tommy, had this to say about it.
Want to be part of someone that knows exactly what the fans want. That's it. So that would be my answer, be yes. If David wrote something, yes.
Now, when you have the face of Power Rangers, this is Tommy, this is the Green Ranger, this is the White Ranger, this is the guy who has a whole multitude of Ranger mantles, saying that whatever David Yost is writing, I am on board with. Yeah, man, I am too. Even Amy Jo Johnson came out and tweeted this, which I have to say, it is very, very, very clear about these actors who portrayed the original team, who actually know what the fans want. So Hasbro, we don't want a female Red Ranger. It'd be cool, but judging by the response of the fans to what David Yost is working on, to what Jason David Frank has said, to what Amy Jo Johnson has said, to what Walter Jones, Johnny, to all these actors who have played the role of these Rangers, a lot of people are aiming for the original Mighty Morphin team, which, yeah, man, that would be dope. An older team, they've already saved the world from Rita, another threat comes to Earth, and they have to team up. That would be awesome. Now, you have to respect the brand. You can't just go ahead and throw in all these elements that reflect modern society in lieu of promoting the message and think that original fans are going to have a way with that. We don't want that. Okay, Hasbro, we're not on board with that. We want the original team, the original actors if possible. And I don't know how David Yost is going to do Trini, but this is what he had to say about making Trini actually appear in his reunion.
Trini in the Quantum Continuum without Twee Trang, rest in peace. This is from Huge Power Rangers fan. Well, Huge Power Rangers fan, I don't want to give that away too much, but just know that Twee is in every episode, and it's not like she's a hologram or I don't know, like what they did with Carrie Fisher and Star Wars and all that kind of stuff. But just know that she is very vital and very crucial, and she is in every episode, and I just want to kind of leave it at that because I see a lot of people speculating and saying this, or you should replace her with this person, and I just don't believe in any of that. So you'll just have to trust me, please, and just know that it's going to be good. It's going to be a good ride.
Again, you're getting all the Rangers from the original show to come back in a reunion episode, 8 series that he's trying to pitch to Netflix. Hasbro, you need to greenlight this, because I'm not a fan of Dino Fury, and I know there's a lot of people out there who aren't a fan of the modern Rangers. It's not just me. It's not just me, and I know it's not just me because there's millions of people out there who aren't really overtly happy with what Hasbro's doing. Hasbro, I don't like the toys. I'm sorry, I haven't bought anything. The only thing I actually bought, like I said, was the Lightning Collection White Ranger helmet that I did an unboxing review for against Bandai, who is, unparalleled and superior in their toy making skills. I'm just going to say that right now. If you don't like it, too bad. I also bought a Lord Draken action figure, but compared to the SH Figure Arts that was done by, guess what? Bandai. Bandai is highly superior in its articulation, its detail, and its attention to just the aesthetics of all the Rangers suits and weapons and stuff. So good job, Bandai. But I mean, if you're going to ignore David Yost, Bandai, if you're going to ignore the fans, then what you could do, if you really want to make it to where you want to make some money off of this brand, is adapt the Boom Studio comic books into a storyline, especially Shattered Grid. If you give us Lord Draken in all of his evil glory and have Jason David Frank play the part just like in that trailer, dude, you will have a massive blockbuster on your hands. And I can tell you, both Ranger fans, new and old, who are getting into the brand, who've been with the brand since day one, will give you all of their money and take out a second mortgage just to have you make more of this stuff. I will guarantee you that. All you need to do is appeal to the fans. And I know people don't like to hear that word. Don't appeal to the fans. But you also got to remember that it's the fans that caused you to make a $500 million deal with Saban because you knew that something was there. So it's the fans that you want to appease. So make that happen, Saban. I mean, whoops. God, I miss Saban. Make that happen, Hasbro, because we're not liking what we're hearing here. And for the love of God, please call David Yost. Please call him, man. That'll be great. All right, guys, that's all I got to say about this episode. I guess I'm going back to the format when it comes to reviewing stuff, maybe. If you like it, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Let me know. What are your thoughts on Power Rangers 2023? Are you on board with what Hasbro is trying to promote? Would you rather see David Yost's reunion script come to life, or would you rather see an adaptation of Shattered Grid? Now, I got to point out before I go that Kyle Higgins did watch Power Rangers as a kid. Now, when he wrote Shattered Grid, he knew exactly what he was doing because he was a fan of the show. I don't know who this actor, or not actor, who this writer is who's writing these insanely convoluted plots that have been rumored, but it seems to me that he doesn't really know what he's doing. It's like he wants to come up with his own ideas, but then he's not overtly concerned with the original team, but he wants to appeal to the fans, but then he wants to kind of do his own thing. So I don't really know. He's kind of all over the place, but David Yost, from what he's said in his live streams, knows what he's doing, and I would prefer him over this unknown dude who I've never heard of before. So that's all I got for you guys. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Go ahead and hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time on another episode of whatever the hell this show is called. See ya.